All here, back with another rune guide video. Today's video is going to be on Molong, the Panda Warrior. He's a water type HP monster. And before we go into what his attack is, I've done 40 plus rune guide videos, and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel because I don't want you to miss any of those. Please leave a like at the end of this video if you do appreciate the hard work I've done. So let's move on to his attack. So Molong's attack is called Dragon Dance. It attacks the enemy that's using a skill and stuns. The damage is increased according to his defense. So he's a bit of a defense tank cookie. The more defense he got, the more attacking damage he does. So that's his attack in a nutshell, and to be fair, I do feel that this monster is underutilized in many situations, but we'll go on to that later on. He does also have a passive skill, and his passive skill is if Molong dies with an enemy skill, it inflicts damage that ignores defense by 25% of Molong's max HP to the enemy target that attacked him. If Molong dies from an attack other than a skill, it inflicts damage to the full front enemy. So I've probably no doubt seen that you all had and been hit by Molong's passive ability, and this is probably why it's one of the best passive abilities in the game. With that all being said, let's move on to the runes and the best in the early game when you first pick up the Panda Warrior. You want to put the energy rune on him because this just boosts his max HP up by 15%, and this just helps his passive ability if he dies on the battlefield to do some more damage. And that's all you can equip for the early game. So let's move on to the mid game. At the middle part of the game, when you've unlocked the majority of the runes, you now want to switch your energy runes to the guard rune. And this gives him an extra 15% defense on top of what he's already got. So the highest, again, that's in line with his attacks. He does more damage according to his defense. And then I would put the focus rune on him to give him 30% accuracy. So this makes sure you can land an actual stun the enemy to stop this enemy's skill from happening. So that's mid game. Let's move on to the late game. Two choices at the late game that you can equip your Panda Warrior. Now the first one is have Vampire on him. He does attack 3 times and he gets 25% of his HP back for each time he damages the enemy. And that will go correlation with the focus rune to give him the extra 30% accuracy to stun the enemy. Now if he is backline, it works a similar principle to Jean the Paladin. It doesn't give you as much health back as the Paladin's ability, but it runs the same. You wait for their skill, you counter it, you attack them, you stun them, you heal. And then if you do manage to die, you will probably take them out and it will be a draw, so you don't lose any trophies. Now option 2, you have got the Violent rune. You can have them anywhere in your team at this point. This gives you 30% card return back, and also again giving him that focus rune to maximize that accuracy, because you want to be stunning that AoE person and stopping the attack on your entire team. This just gives you the added bonus of once you use him, he comes straight back into your hand 30% of the time. And this just makes sure the card comes back into your hand. It has a 30% chance, but this is just helpful to have in your pocket as a little ace up your sleeve to use and stop the enemy in their tracks. If you agree or disagree, let us know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you say. Or is there a rune set that I've missed or you use? Let us know. It'll be great to share with everyone else. So let's just move on to Molong's stones. So we're going to go through Molong's stones in rarity order. His first one is the green stone. It increases your defense by 15%. Now if you do get this straight off the back in the early game, this is one you want to put on because this matches his attack, and this will actually give, this is basically an attack boost buff by 15%, as well as making him more tankier. So this is definitely a good one to put on early game. Moved on to the purple stone then, which is his second stone. This decreases his mana cost of Dragon Dance by 1. So this moves him from a 4 mana cost down to a 3 mana cost monster. Again, you can put the Swift rune on him as well, and that will make him a 2 mana cost monster first off. Just make sure you have some defense and accuracy on those substats, but that is a possible route to go down. And his legendary stone is Dragon Dance removes 1 beneficial effect for each hit and inflicts stun. Additionally, removing the enemy's beneficial effect increases the damage. So this is a bit of a double sword really, because not only does it take off the enemy's beneficial effect and stuns them, by every beneficial effect it removes, it also increases the damage stacked up with the increased damage according to your defense. So you can just see that this one is his best stone. So it's similar to Artmill, takes off the buffs, but he only attacks 3 times, so it takes off up to 3 times of the beneficial buffs, and also inflicts stun as well. So you can see why this is the best stone, and with Violent or Vampire rune sets late game with this stone makes this Molong character so powerful. So like I say, I do believe he is an underrated character, but with this pair up with his legendary stone, he just makes him so powerful. So let's move on to the best team ups for him. So the best team ups for Molong, to be fair, he is a little bit of a lone warrior. However, he is very helpfully used in the fact that when you have any of your AoE characters, such as your Ganymedes, your Berettas, your Nikkis, or your Tessorions, he's very helpful to have in your hand to stop any cleanser cleansing any of the debuffs that you've put on. Just making sure he has high accuracy, but he should be able to cleanse any of the McKeans or Eleanors that try and strip or cleanse any of the AoE debuffs that you've put on them. So he's always helpful to have in your card as an ace card in that way. But other than that, he is a bit of a lone warrior, to be brutally honest. But saying that, like I say, I have a soft spot for Molong. I think he's a very good character in this game. And now you know what his attack does, how to rune him, what his best stone is, and how to utilize him the best way. So check out this video here for my latest rune guide video, so you're not missing any of them. Give us a thumbs up if you're liking this video. Also subscribe to the channel, because I'm going through all of the characters in the Lost Centuria. So stick around, and thank you very much for watching.